Hey guys, tonight we're talking about something that's crucial for every aspect of your life, your health. Whether you've been trying to build healthy habits for a while or just thinking about where to start, this journey is something we all can relate to. Imagine waking up every day feeling energized, motivated, and focused. Sounds pretty amazing, right? But you probably won't be able to just snap your fingers and poof, new habits are formed. It takes time, patience, and a little motivation to get there. So before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And while you're at it, let me know where you're tuning in from, and what time it is where you are. Now dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. You're probably used to hearing that if you want to change your life, you need to go big. New gym membership. Meal prep Sundays. Wake up at 5 a.m. and journal until your hand falls off. But here's the truth no one tells you. Tiny changes, the kind that barely feel like changes at all, are where the magic really starts. You decide to stretch for 5 minutes instead of scrolling your phone first thing in the morning. That's a small habit. You choose water over soda one time at lunch. Small habit. You move your phone just out of arm's reach at night so you're less tempted to doom scroll. Another small habit. And when these little things start to add up, you look back after a month and realize, you're not the same person anymore. There's this mainstream fact that gets thrown around in health circles a lot. It takes 21 days to form a habit. But more recent research suggests that it's not about the number of days, it's about the number of reps. You might only need a week to form a habit if it's something you do several times a day. Or you might need 2 months if it's something like cooking dinner every night. Experts still argue whether habit formation is more about consistency or emotional reward, but one thing they all agree on is this: smaller habits stick better. You see, your brain isn't a fan of big, sweeping change. It loves patterns, and it absolutely hates threats to its current routine, even if that routine includes binge-watching 6 hours of reality TV and eating cereal out of the box. When you introduce a massive change, like going vegan overnight or running 5 miles a day when you haven't even walked to the mailbox in months, your brain sounds the alarm. This is foreign. This is hard. Let's go back to comfort. But when you introduce a tiny habit, it slips under the radar. It feels harmless. You're not changing your whole life, you're just taking the stairs today. Just today. No pressure. And that, my friend, is how you trick your brain into evolving. Now let me tell you about something kind of quirky. Ever heard of the toothbrush principle? It's this idea that if you attach a new habit to something you already do automatically, like brushing your teeth, you're way more likely to stick with it. Want to start meditating? Try doing 30 seconds of deep breathing right after brushing your teeth. Want to start journaling? Leave your notebook on the bathroom counter so you see it after you rinse your mouth. It sounds silly, but it works. You're anchoring the new behavior to something your brain already accepts as part of the routine. And here's the cool part, this kind of habit stacking creates a snowball effect. You start with one tiny win. You celebrate it. It feels good. That feeling releases dopamine. And guess what dopamine does? It makes you want to repeat the behavior. You might not realize it, but every time you feel that little internal high five, your brain is saying, hey, let's do that again. And then you start looking for other tiny upgrades. You start parking a little further from the store entrance. You add an extra veggie to your dinner plate. You write down one thing you're grateful for before bed. Suddenly, you chasing ce massive transformation. You're just improving by 1% over and over again. And 1% daily? That's 37x improvement in a year. There's a quote you may have heard before: small hinges swing big doors. It's true in carpentry, and it's even more true in your life. Those small hinges, those 2-minute decisions, open up huge possibilities over time. You don't need to be dramatic. You just need to be consistent. So tonight, maybe you're sitting there thinking, I've tried to change before, and it never sticks. And I want to gently challenge you on that. Did you try to change everything all at once? Because if you did, that's not a failure. That's just an overloaded brain doing its best to survive. Let's flip the script. What's one laughably small habit you could start tomorrow? Like, embarrassingly small. Maybe drinking a sip of water before coffee.
Maybe standing up and stretching your arms ons per hour.
Maybe taking 3 deep breaths before lunch. That's it. And don't worry if it feels too small to matter. That's the point. It's supposed to feel easy. Because easy equals repeatable.
Repeatable égale habit. Habit égale identity shift.
And once your identity starts shifting,
that is when the deeper change kick in.
You're no longer trying to become a healthy person. You already are one. You're just doing what healthy people do. Look, you're not lazy. You're not undisciplined. You're human. Your brain is just trying to keep you alive, and that means it defaults to the path of least resistance. So we meet it there. We give it tiny wins. We nudge it gently. And here's something no one tells you: building small habits is actually more courageous than going big. Because it means you're choosing patience over hype. It means you're in this for the long game, not the quick fix. That takes guts. So tonight, as you drift off and your brain does its little sorting and filing of the day, I want you to give it one message. Tomorrow, we don't overhaul our life. We just nudge it forward, by one tiny, beautiful, laughably doable step.